Good evening, everybody. My name is TKO Capone. I'm from the south side of T-Town, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I live a poly lifestyle. I don't subscribe to polygamous because I know the word polygamous means you're married with wives. So, we're not, you said what?
I said you're good.
So I'm not married. I'm not legally buying, I haven't had marriage papers or anything like that. But I do have multiple women. She's been with me 13 years. Her name is Armani. And, we're just building.
What would you say to those people that's looking at you with judgmental eyes?
Okay, so that's a beautiful question. I appreciate you for asking that. Well, don't shoot me down. Don't condemn. Pray for me. If you feel like I'm living a life that's not right for me, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and just pray for this brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he's going astray, Lord. That's nothing is wrong with it. And that's the real true meaning of following God, because God is love. God is without judgment and label. So with me most definitely, with me on the other hand, when people get, judgmental, I feel like personally that I'm more living my truth now than even when I was in the church on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, on Friday night, leading the youth choir, going on Saturdays. I mean, I was deep in the church, but I felt like I was living by doctrines. And a lot of us in the church, we live by doctrines. In the last 40, 50 years, people have taken the real part out of context to making it like, oh, when you come one, you become one. So they hear that become one. That's the it only can be one and one. They're not looking at it in the big context, because woman was made for man, and just like in the Bible, from the beginning all the way to right now, is great men of God who has multiple wives. This is not really big. We became Americanized. That's what I like to say. But
sometimes it is one man, one woman for other people.
That's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm about to say. So what she said was, sometimes, because I'm not here to press my lifestyle and how I live on the next person. I'm just another man that's living my truth. So I want you to live your truth. If you feel like the monogamous route is the way to go, then go that route. Go that route, and it's a beautiful thing. But if you feel like you're living a lifestyle that you want to live a different lifestyle when it comes to having a multiple in poly, but you're not living it because of what people will say about you, then you're not living your truth. You got to be true to you. So that's my point on it. I feel like I'm in my natural habitat. Like, I feel like I'm living exactly the way that where God got me today. Now, will things change tomorrow or down the line? I don't know. I just know how I'm living today. And I do want kids eventually. Right now, at this time, we're focusing on our career. We don't have any children. And if a woman comes and she joins my empire and wants to be a part of our family and she has kids, I take that gracefully. My son got taken out of my life some years back. So I've had a child before, before I met Armani. So, I'm all with the children and everything like that. But as far as just having one woman, I feel like at this time of my life, I'm living where I'm supposed to be.
Is sex different with all four wives, or the same?
Is sex different? I would think that, yeah, in certain aspects, because every individual, I do with everybody on an individual basis. So some people might not like, since we're going to keep it funky for all the beautiful women out there, we're going to keep it straight up. This can't be rated PG. A woman might not like really giving head that much. The other one may love it. You know what I'm saying? She may be a pro at it. Then we may have someone that may like this type of sex. But I'm gonna be being too graphic. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's different. Everybody have their strengths, and I just appreciate it. Give you something to drink. Based on how society says you gotta have a piece of paper that binds you together. She's been with me 13 years. She's never had another man in her life but me. So when other people come around, we're already married. This is already a marriage. And the only thing that makes it different from the traditional marriage is we don't have a certificate piece of paper. When even back in the day, they didn't have, if we kids continue to go to the root and the origin, it wasn't no certificate papers. Sometimes you in the room and you'd be married. So, but yeah. So we, as far as having the marriage, the marriage license and all that, we haven't. I mean, if they want to, if that would make them feel better, then I'm all for it. Because anything to make my queens feel better, that makes sense to them, then I'm all for it. But right now, all the women that's currently in my life, everybody nah, we don't need no papers to bind us. We know what it is.
Respect.
Indeed.
Now, how do you handle conflict within your women? When it comes to your women, how do you handle conflict? We know women have emotions, and sometimes them emotions flare out of control.
Yes.
How do you handle conflict?
And that's why I think it's very important to have a man. You know, and when I mean a man, I always say a man is versus a male. A male and a man is very different. Let me break that down. A man is based on characters, moral, integrity. He's not going to get caught up in too much emotionalism. He's going to be able to be solid. You know, he's going to be able to lead his family. But if you have just a male, somebody that's over 21, that doesn't make you a man, because you can be just as emotional as the female, and it can be so much toxic. Now y'all arguing back and forth, and the egos are involved and stuff like that, and you can't really lead your household properly. So with me being a man, I feel like I first of all, I educate them on the ego. You know, they got to understand why they feel offended. You only can offend the ego. You can't offend your true self. So once you know your true self, this is when you become more confident within yourself. When you understand the mind, the way the mind works, the way the conscious works and everything like that, then you understand certain things. So the women that's involved in my life, you know, they're not full of pride and egos, but yes, that they are women. So, you know, that time in the month might come and somebody just may want to be left alone. And this is normal, you know, whether you're in a monogamous relationship or a poly relationship. So, you know, yes, indeed. I just give them their time. You know, sometimes I give them the time, or if it's something that I can really tell somebody really has something on their mind and it's bothering them, I might take them to the side, because I don't want to, let's say I might have a problem with Armani. I don't want, that's not for everybody to, you know, business to chime in and things like this. Just like I might have a problem with somebody else. Or, but if it's something like group, then we'll talk about it in a group setting, you know, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I say this is not no fairy tale. This is not like how we look at great God, Egypt's Prince of, you know, Africa, rich people. We're not that. We're in America. We all come from, well, I can't say we all come from, but me and Armani most definitely come from poverty. So yes, we all built together as a whole. We're a true team. So everybody brings to the table. And sometimes people get things misconstrued because Armani's a dancer. Once again, she's staying true to herself, right? So when they see that, they say, okay, well, Armani's a dancer, so he must be on some pimp stuff. He got to be on some pimp stuff, but just like if she was working at IHOP and she was to come and bring what she's make and put together in the pot for the whole family, it wouldn't make me her pimp. It would make us be building together. I don't know why my tongue is getting caught up. But yeah, we all provide. Everybody has to bring to the table, you know, until I'm put in a position, because I am in the music industry, but I'm not on Drake's level yet. You know, I am an actor, but I'm not on Denzel Washington level yet. You know, I do certain things. I'm just in the process of it. So until I'm able to be in a position to where I can solely just provide by myself, right now, this is the beginning. This is the birth of our family. Yes, me and Armani been knowing each other, but as far as me just coming home from prison, I'm building with new people. This is all brand new relationships. So yes, of course, everybody brings to the table. Most definitely.
At the same time, like the people, like the women that are here. Well, I know for me that I have my own brand that I'm starting. So, you know, everyone is gonna have their own things going for themselves. So they're not gonna just sit around and just wait for him to bring money in,
right?
So they buy for us. Right.
So that's a beautiful thing. You know, thank you, Queen. That's a beautiful thing, because everyone around me, I always ask them, what's your dreams? What's your aspirations? What are you aiming for? And I always say, be careful before you tell me what your dream, because I'm going to push you to it. I'm going to make sure you get up every day. I'm going to make sure you're striving. What have you did every day? Have you went to go get the knowledge about it? Are you setting up? Are you one step closer today? Did you do something better towards your goals than you did yesterday? So everybody with me, you have to be driven. We have to be like-minded. You know, I don't just get girls because I'm attracted to them. If that's the case, I have like 30 wives right now, you know, because I have like-minded, beautiful spirited, God-fearing, motivated, ambitious type of people, because that's what we're on. That's the frequency and vibration that we on. So to be in harmony, that's the way we keep going today, you know, because I'm a pusher.
But how do you feel being a part of the family?
I'm part of the soul part of the family. I've been here for the longest. So, I mean, I love being around beautiful women. I love, like, having people that I consider myself to be as a sister to me. So, you know, I have one sister, one mom, and they don't live out here with me. And I like to be around women that can, like, really understand me, that, like, we go through the same thing at the same time, like, each and every day. Like, we're going to work, we're building ourselves up, building each other up for our own dreams. So I love it.
Knows what I look for in a woman, and she trusts that. And the process is really, I mean, let's just keep it real. We're in a day of internet now, so usually how it comes off is, you know, on the internet, somebody may have seen you, seen my lifestyle. I might even approach somebody and say, you know, how do you feel about, you know, a poly relationship? You know, are you open? Are you interested? This is me. And oh yes, another thing for the fellas that may just not be looking at this. One thing about me is, I always say, you know, when you live in your truth, a man is always based off integrity. Always come to the table open and saying your truth. Don't come to the table, you know, give a woman a chance to choose if she want to be with you or not. Don't try to hide anything, because it's gonna be women that's against it, and it's gonna be women that's for it. So when I meet a woman, I always let them know what it is at the beginning. And don't get me wrong, I've rejected before. I got like, well, that's not really my cup of tea, and that's fine, because that means those people wasn't for me. But then there's other women that say, you know what, that's honesty. I never even had that in a monogamous relationship. Because see, what goes on is a lot of people, they like to tend to stereotype or judge a man that has women who's involved in a poly lifestyle, when a lot of these women that's in monogamous lifestyle is really sharing, but it's on the low. It's in secret. They don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You see what I'm saying? Because the man was never had the integrity or was transparent enough to let them know what he truly desires. So, you know, I always give a woman the opportunity. So when I approach a woman or a woman approaches me, we usually just talk about it in the inbox. And if the, you know, understanding that we want to continue to talk, we exchange numbers and we go from there.
What if your woman want to have multiple men as husband?
Oh, I see why you gave me the warning. I see why you gave me the warning before you asked me. so I don't view it. Okay, so now, but I get this. Believe it or not, I get this question asked a lot. Just like from the Bible days to now, it's always been the man that's the head of the house. The man is the head. God created us to be the head of our household. So, yes, if a woman wants to have desires another man, then she should be in his household. Now, don't get me wrong. I do know it's other relationships. It's called, I think, polygamy. I don't want to quote it, but where multiple men with one woman.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't knock it. They can do whatever. But as far as what we got, that's too much. Period.
Sounds porno flick to me.
Huh? Yeah. That's like, I mean, I said period. I said the opposite. That's too much testosterone going on, and that sounds like some other stuff. But you know, I'm not here to judge. You know, I'm not here to judge. But yes, at the end of the day, this is a one-man house. You know, I'm the king. It's like the king of the jungle, a lion. You know, so you know, it's only a one-man house, most definitely.
When you see TKO with one of the other wives, do you ever feel like you want more and she is getting way too much of him at that moment?
I have in the past, yeah. I have. I'm a Leo, so I'm very territorial at the same time. But now, like, our relationship is grown even more, and like, I'm confident in our relationship. I'm confident in him, so I don't have any issues now. But yeah, in the past, like in the beginning, yeah, I did.
Yes. And a key word, what she said was, hopefully y'all understand. Like I said, in my past, I was toxic. I was not doing things with great moral as a man. I was just another nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was just another male. You know, and so that I grew into a man, and I understand what a man is and integrity. Now she's grown to respect who I am today. So that gives her more confidence in her woman. Me as a man, I gotta, you know, these are women that I'm dealing with. So I gotta reassure her, like, hey, baby, look, this is what it is. You know, I love you. You know, nobody. First of all, and I don't do the seniority, so a lot of people do that too. You know, when it comes down to, they say, okay, she's been here with me 13 years. Everybody else, you just came home from prison, so everybody else is new. So does she walk around with an S on her chest? Like, no, I don't treat nobody better than the next person. Of course, I'm gonna have more trust in her because she's been through things. We experienced certain things. She's been tested. She's been tried. So I'm very comfortable and secure with her. As time grows, with other people, they will be tested too. You know?
He's very, like, concerning when it comes to my emotions and anyone else's emotions. Like he goes, like he can feel it already, so he can already kind of know what you're going through.
It comes down to the black man, we have a negative stigma attached to us. So,
Facts.
but guess what though? See, I'm always gonna keep it straight 100 with you. It's not all it's not because it's not the white people that's giving us only this stigma though. We give it to
Facts.
our own people. How many people that's gonna keep it real when they see me and they see the jury on, I'm doing this, and Armani, she iced out, say, oh yeah, he's a pimp. They didn't even give it a chance. We got to be honest with ourselves, and it starts with us, because we put that into the collection consciousness. So when we think a certain thing about our own race, of course everybody else is gonna think something about us, and that's why we got to continue to
Man, man, speak that shit, boy. Speak that shit.
we got to learn to
Man.
uplift our people, and but we've been programmed a certain type of way, us black people, to where if we don't fit the narrative, like if we don't, if we're not a part of this, we knock it. Like me, I don't drink, I don't smoke, like I don't. Well, occasionally I may drink, but I'm not a drinker. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't party really. Like I don't go out to the clubs, but I'm not against it. I'm not knocking somebody for doing it, or somebody might be into this type of relationship or gay, or just because I'm not a part of it, don't mean I need to knock it. And I feel like a lot of people of our own race who's not a part of this type of thing, all we can do is say, yeah, them girls is brainwashed over there. Yeah, he pimping. Oh, he said she was a dancer. Oh, he live in Vegas. Well, and this is how we do, and we tear down our own people. And the reason why you see other countries and building up, from the Indians, the Asians, even some white, the reason why you see them prospering a little bit more than the black community is because they're not sitting there worried about the next person like that. They're not putting all their time and energy to tear down and try to criticize. And this is where we have to change ourselves. This is where we have to start with us. We have to start with us, but I'm not trying to preach, let me.
Man, nah, bro, hey, some shit need to be said, and you said it.